Hi everyone. Andrew, we've been getting a lot of inquiries from our clients and businesses we work with, and even people we haven't seen in a long time during this crazy time of COVID-19. And it's primarily around how do we keep our business afloat? How do we survive this and make sure that we're strong and viable on the other side? So we just wanted to address that with all of you today in a very conversational style, because that's what's top of mind for every business owner right there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been every conversation with our clients, hasn't it? It's all been about how do we keep our employees going?
Yeah, and that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
You know, the businesses we work with, their employees are just top of mind for them right now, and we've had tears in many coaching sessions of employers just saying, how do we protect their jobs?
Yeah.
What do we do?
Absolutely. So today let's talk strategy.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what are the lessons from the toughest times that in our generation of going through, which was the GFC from a business point of view. Let's go through some lessons there of some that we learned working through with business owners around that, but also what we learned through our clients during that exercise as well. First thing we want to say is our mantra has been, number one, the health of your team, of your clients, of yourselves. Okay.
Now, we're not medical experts, so we're not going to give you any more tips on how to stay healthy. The information's out there, and we hope you're all doing everything that you need to do. Number
two, business viability. The business needs to make it through the other side as the custodians of the business, whether you're the owner or you're engaged as a CEO, managing director, whatever the title is. That's what your job is about. So this will pass, but there's businesses out there who won't make it through, and our role is to make sure you're not one of them. Okay, because that's paramount. It's got to happen.
Yeah. Now, uncertain times. I know the government's meeting again tonight to talk about potential stage 2 changes to our society. But with what's going on at the moment, there are some businesses that are already doing better than others. So we have had some businesses have a 30% downturn in work and are looking at what do we do with our staff. So there are various options there.
Yeah, and firstly, thank you to those businesses who have your cash reserves in place. That's outstanding. And remember, though, the budgeting that we have done with you around cash reserves has all been on a GFC type situation, hasn't it?
Yeah.
We were talking about this earlier, that firstly, give yourselves a break, because I know that the word unprecedented has been thrown around everywhere, and that's because it totally is. I mean, Olympic Games cancelled, football competitions cancelled. They happened during World Wars, right? Olympic Games, no, but football competitions, they happened around the world during World Wars. This hasn't happened. Kids' sport on a weekend happened. That happened during World War. That's not happening now. So what's happening in your business, this is attention business owners out here, it's not your fault, right? This has happened in your management, and we know what your cash reserves are like. You've been absolutely fantastic around this, but we were joking about SWOT analyses.
SWOT analyses.
SWOT analyses, where when we look about threats to the business, we've sometimes said things like, these are threats that could happen in your business. But for that to happen, man, the world must truly be messed up for these to kick in.
Here we are.
Here we are. So first thing, give yourselves a break and really focus on what your controls are and what your responsibilities are. So let's talk about the strategy right now.
And above all, other than health, your responsibility is to keep your business viable, to make sure your business is still operating after this. Now, some of you may be able to retain all your staff through that, some may not. But if we try to keep employees employed and paid for the entire time, the business may not survive. So that's the harsh reality.
And if we can, that is awesome, and that's the best case scenario that we're totally aiming for. So let's actually talk strategy and let's talk tactics. Matching the workforce to match the demand for work. If the inquiries have dropped and the business isn't there, and if, for example, you're a time-based business where where things are 80% billable, and you're in manufacturing, and but the work means that people are 40 or 50% billable, the business won't survive. depending on the cash reserves that we have.
Mm.
But cash reserves, again, are planned on, again, if you think about the GFC, some work coming in. If there is a lockdown and there's no work coming in, well, the cash reserves are going to go faster. So our message is you do have to act fast and you do need to act swiftly, because the lessons from the GFC, business owners who were so experienced, who had been through downtimes before, they made it through because they acted quickly. Businesses that we worked with who didn't make it through, and they're not around today, were the ones who, what if this and what if that, and wouldn't it be nice?
The ones who waited.
The ones who waited. And I made a commitment to myself and to you that all the clients that we'll be working with, we can't make that happen again. And to take those lessons, they acted fast. So straight away, it was talking to the teams about reducing hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's one of the ways, if you do have a dream team, if you do have a good culture, you do want to keep everyone. That's a great way to keep everyone employed, and everyone, everyone suffers a little through that, but it's a nice way to keep the whole team engaged and employed through the downturn.
What's the mechanism that? It's the, what do we call that?
A variation.
Thank you very much. A variation to employment, definitely allowable through Fair Work. Have that discussion, and it needs to be accepted by all.
So it's not something you can mandate that, okay, we are now going down to 3 days a week from 5. It is something that you need to talk to your employees about and get their agreement. But all the details of how to go about that are on the Fair Work website. Absolutely.
So we like the idea of a time frame from here to here. And if things pick up, great. We can get back to normal quick. And then let's revisit it close to that date as to what we do from here. So that is a strategy that we suggest move pretty quickly on if you can do that. Now, what happens if some employees don't want to play that and don't want to do that?
Well, redundancy is another option. Some businesses will offer voluntary redundancy. Some may decide who they need to let go based on the type of work available for the people there to do. So never a pleasant thing to do.
No, it's horrible. And because we work so closely with you, and we know not only you as clients, but the people that you work with, it's really hard for us to be matter of fact and objective about this. When inside, the heart's racing because we know your people and we know your team.
Yeah.
Our role as the unofficial non-executive directors in your business is to help push you to make these decisions, because as the directors of the business, it's about making sure that the business sustains, and that's our role right now. So therefore, it is making those tough conversations. So the businesses that were prepared through the GFC had, these are the people that we have, these are the payout entitlements, this is what it's going to be the cost to the business, and they had it planned out.
And they were ready, so that when business did slow down, they were ready to act. So we've had businesses we're working with already have those conversations with their employees. There are a range of responses the employees are coming back with, aren't there? Some are highly supportive and saying this must have been so difficult for you. There are other employees who are concerned more about their own financial situation, which we completely understand.
Totally understandable and acceptable, and you can't begrudge someone feeling that.
But the main message to our business owner clients is you cannot be responsible for other people's personal financial situations.
So we're responsible, you're responsible for the cash flow and the cash reserves of your business. You're responsible for the cash reserves and the cash flow of your family. Other people's, that's on them.
It is. It's a responsibility of every person to live within their means. Now, I know none of us expected this, and these are, the most extreme times hopefully any of us will ever go through economically, but there are so many government provisions being put in place that can help individuals. So you, as a business owner, you need to access what's available to you and your business. It's the employee's responsibility to access the government provisions for them.
Absolutely. So on another discussion, we'll talk about money and the financial positions, but right now let's keep it around that strategy. You made a comment, was Lee Sales on the ABC?
Oh, Lee Sales on the ABC. I can't remember exactly what she said last night, but it was a great comment about, what happens now is up to us. from a health perspective, obviously, but to us as individuals, and that's all we can control is what we do. So that's the message here as a business owner. What can you do to ensure your business is viable, and your team members, whatever happens to them, will need to take that responsibility for themselves.
Yeah, so they're the main strategies, and yes, it's around, of course, look at your costs, look at all those things that you can do, but we know from working with you that your businesses are pretty lean. Okay, so yeah, there might be a few things that you can say in there, but generally it's pretty lean. But it's matching workflow resources to match the work. That's what it's down. So the businesses that we know with the GFC, yes, they made a profit during that time because they were able to maintain it, but it's not about profit, it's really about survival. So it was, if we need to go from 15 to 4 people because that's the demand for our services right now, and we are invoicing it at that rate, that's the responsible thing to do. On the other side, did they re-employ a lot of their people again who were available? 100%. But those who didn't survive, well, they couldn't hire anyone again, could they? So it's the situation, if I can be really honest around this, is it's the choice of having a shit situation or a shitter situation. Can we sugarcoat it?
It's very eloquent.
It is. I know. And that's the choices that we have. Di Martini calls it the law of lesser pisses. That's the situation that we're facing right now.
Yeah, you've got 2 options. Neither of them are great, which is the least unpalatable. And that might be the choice you have to make. Yeah. So for our clients, please reach out. We're helping businesses through this daily, so we'd love to speak to you. If we haven't already spoken to you today, please reach out.
Get on the phone, please ring, and we're here for you to run through numbers, to run through the finances of it is and how it can all be. Give us a call. We're available via video in this meet, so we'll put the numbers on the screen, run through whatever counts that we need to do, and using data to help you make some of those decisions. So you know where we are.
Okay. We'll talk soon.
Thank you. Talk soon. Bye-bye.